me is 00713. Say hi, Zero. Okay, Zero's not there.
Do you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, good.
Okay, tonight we got Strotlog versus Di10Kong. That's a round one game in the mouse bracket. Both runners I've known for some time. I mean, by just watching them. And to be honest, I was surprised to see both of them in the mouse bracket, but whatever. I thought they were. I always think everybody's better than me, but hey.
Hey, if they want, they could always trade places with me in the rap bracket.
Yeah,
I'm always up for that.
I believe you. I'm fine where I am. I'm also in the mouse bracket. I'm gonna start next week. Tonight we got a team of Invarial who threw this restream together his own words last minute. He's actually at work, so big ups to Invarial. We got Remog Touris on the tracker. And I don't even know who's modding this, but whoever is modding this is probably Invarial as well. Thanks. Shoutouts to all of you and give them a follow if you can.
And don't forget to give that guy OK Beamer a follow. He is an amazing dude.
If you say so, it must be true.
Cheese is our mod today, so let's all follow Cheese Reaver. We can follow him, raid him, give him all the loves and huddles. So this is so right now, Di10Kong, he leads the series 1-0 against Strotlog. Di10Kong is ranked 11. Strotlog is ranked 22. The winner will go on to take on Phoenix Down 23, who is ranked 27th, who actually swept Happy Artea 2-0 in his matchup earlier this week. So that should be exciting.
That's right. I've been looking up the results of the guys of the last tournaments. Turns out Di10Kong didn't take part in the 2021, unfortunately. But in the 2019 one, he beat Nefty. He was eliminated eventually in loser bracket round 3 and by cross product.
Which tournament did he beat Nefty? 2020?
2019. So just 2 years ago.
2019. Beating Nefty. I wish I could take part in that. Sadly, Nefty was my first opponent, and he beat me. Mainly, yeah.
Zero, how did your match versus Lotus go?
Oh, when exactly as I expected.
I didn't see a result anywhere.
Oh, good. maybe the match never happened. Maybe the match never happened. But on that note, later tonight we have more matches tonight. Following this match, we might have a match number 3 at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We have Saffron taking on Kiro 9798. We then have Sloters. He's going to destroy his opponent at 8 p.m.
We'll see about that.
Along with Tillymorph taking on Nidorific at 8 p.m. And to close off the evening, Tillymorph and Nidorific at 9:30. So lots of fun today.
Lots of fun. Sounds great. I wish those times were more friendly for us Europeans, but it sounds all great.
Oh, you never know. I might beat Sloters and we might have a race this weekend.
Yeah.
And Reem basically said it straight right there. He got slaughtered. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Reem. I wonder if anyone's ever used that before in Slaughter's channel.
Yeah, when you're so good, you turn into a verb. That's when you know you made it.
Or if you're very bad, you also get turned into a verb
true,
or
actually.
adjective.
Yeah, that's true. That might be our fate one day, Zero.
Well, the worst thing that could happen is if you have 0 ammo, right?
Not the worst, maybe, but it depends on where it happens. But yeah.
So tonight we have actually this afternoon. Tonight probably for you, Beamer, but right now we have an Invarial seed So, what have we come to expect from invariable type seeds?
I don't remember, honestly. But pretty much at this point in the tournament, with so many races done, there must have been heartbreak rolled by anybody who ever rolled a seed, right?
Oh, that's true. We did see a couple really bad seeds throughout the entire season. Yeah, the Kevin Nasser's race, I can definitely remember. That was basically last location every single thing.
Those are always fun.
And I almost expected that to happen in my race last night because I was trying to find Varia suit. And the only other two items left in Logic were either Varia or Speed. So had I found Speed, then I would have to go to places like Waterway or Bowl Mountain or the Climb. So crazy things can happen. And I know the chat definitely enjoys crazy things.
Absolutely, as do we. But we also are runners in this tournament, and we always feel for the runners we are watching right now. And we know if you are in their shoes, you don't want a seat like that. Always fun for the spectator, especially in this format, the full rando. This can be so hurtful.
Yeah, I definitely have to say, out of all the randos available in Super Metroid, full rando's my favorite.
I know what you mean. If you played full rando for so long, the other randos like Chozo or Major Minor almost, I think I heard you say it almost seemed like cheating because there are so few locations for the good items.
Well, I basically say Chozo is not rando at all because you're just so limited to where you're going. You basically know where you want to go in Chozo compared to Major Minor and of course full rando.
I agree. But that doesn't matter tonight because we're off in this fully randomized seed, which means any item can be anywhere as long as it's within the logic of this tournament. Which is, all items must be available to the runners by means of wall jumps, simple sparks and only sparks up, or infinite bomb jumps or IBJs. Any item the runners can get must be attainable by one of the three or easier things like standard jumps or something. That is the theory of the thing. If you want to be fast about these seeds, there are of course a whole lot of things you will have to do to be fast.
Now, one thing to point out is that technically it's not fully rando because the very first item that the runners are always going to find is a Morphin Ball.
You are correct, of course. It's only 99% randomized. Well, probably less if you count in the items that can be behind Ridley, but more about that later. Our first really randomized item, it's a super missile.
You got Alpha Supers at Alpha Missiles.
Nice to check off the list early. Can always happen that you don't find supers till very later in the seed, but not this time. Second item in the ceiling, only a pack of missiles. Wouldn't be surprised if Strot or Di10Kong just skip this item. Strot indeed does and picks up his second pack of super missiles right before Billy Mays, which they can't enter this time.
Yeah, I would not pick up those missiles. It's kind of not really. They're not really useful. Not to mention it's going to do hurt on time. Though it could lead to issues because a lot of people have that muscle memory of item selecting, and when you're missing something or you run out of ammo, it kind of confuses your fingers along the way.
I know what you mean. Probably everybody has that, and this happens to me all the time. But at this point in the race, if I am that runner, I go for one try. If I don't get it, and I'm awake enough not to try a second time, then I just skip to the next item if I picked up super missiles.
I know for myself, I'm very consistent at messing up that Seal and D boost and doing the mock ball in an official race. In practice, I pull it off, but when it comes to time for an official race, I just decide to choke myself. But now our runners, they are in the hardest room in the entire game.
Definite contender.
Making that climb. Though I would like to debate the name of this room because technically you do have to fall in it first, so I think it should be called the fall, not the climb. That's just me.
I think Benergetic calls it the reverse moonfall.
Yeah. Well, I could do reverse moonfall for you. I could just flip my game around 180, and it looks like you're going reverse.
The item, important item at Bomb Teresa, because it has to give access to more rooms. That means it either has to be power bombs or regular bombs, and most of the time it's power bombs, and this time it's no different. We will
But
see Strotlog go up Alcatraz. Doesn't
but
get it
why?
first try.
But why can't it be screw attack? Because screw attack would allow them to progress.
I don't know. Is it in logic theoretically? I don't get. No, it's not, because runners have to get out Alcatraz if they don't find bombs.
Aye. That's things that runners faced with. The thing about is logic. And you saw Strotlog trying to do the Alcatraz trick. What is Alcatraz?
It's the faster exit from the Bomb Teresa general area inside of Parallel. It's a special trick for me, because the moment I learned this trick, there was no return for me in playing this game. It's very tough.
Oh yeah, definitely tough. It was probably one of the last things I think I learned it after the SMRAT tournament last year.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, Strotlog just placed an accidental power bomb that could
Yeah.
hurt him.
Trigger heavy.
I know that tends to happen when you still have the item switched on and you need to get that door open. You're accidentally in warp ball mode, but he'll be happy to see that there's some power bombs down here in the Terminator room.
Exactly, and it wouldn't have hurt him, because he can farm the whatever they are called up, where he's probably gonna go and check the 2 items at back of Gauntlet. There we see Di10Kong farming those two power bombs. You never actually need to farm them if you do what those 2 runners are doing. You are always fine with 2 power bombs going down this section here where Di10Kong is in right now. But in Strotlog's case, you want to farm one.
In my opinion, though, I think it's better to just pick up at least one. I think it's quick. It takes about the same exact time to pick up 1 power bomb and then continue going up, as opposed to pick up 1, jump over to the other side, and then going up.
Yeah, but you do never need it, because you just need the 1 power bomb behind Brinstar Reserve, and then you need the 2nd power bomb for Etakun's area, and then you can just farm up down there, because this is a full rando and you want to check every item that is down there.
Now we have our runners doing what is considered to be the very first trick to learn in Super Metroid speedrunning. That's the mock ball. And
I think everybody does it first. I certainly did.
I think I actually learned how to do the D boost in Blue Brinstar first, but other than that,
really?
Well, yeah, because you're there before you make it into this room anyway. But mock ball is definitely one of the first things to learn. Runners usually like to learn. Definitely helps out with sequence break-in. Don't have to worry about spore spawn coming up. But this mock ball room, nothing too special. Looks like just altered zoomables. The items that are found here are not in logic, because in order to get to the back you need speed booster, because mock ball is not a logical trick in SMRAT.
But so far, nothing found, so nothing for the runners to keep in mind. Pretty sure some of those miners were openly available, the Terminator powerbomb for sure, and of course Bomb Teresa and some of the super missiles. We get a bit more of trash down there at Etakun's. For the first item. Second item we're gonna see is a knee tank, a welcome one at this point.
Definitely. Last thing runners want to do is have to worry about big paint with low health, because there are those evil side hoppers, also formerly known as the strut hoppers.
That's right. They are just awful. They do so much damage if you don't have a suit.
Yeah, I've come to realize how evil they are, and depending on the situation, I might actually take a save here at Etakun's. In their situation, I wouldn't because of the health, but last night I had to take a save because low health, and last thing I want to do is die after the game, lose like 10 minutes.
Yep.
But runners don't have to worry about that, because we are again a third E-tank.
That's a good number for now. You don't have to worry about too much about the side hoppers now.
And not to mention, they could actually beat the game.
Yeah. Just a bit more ammo.
Or charge.
That's right. Technical go mode, like 20 supers and charged pea shooter.
So maybe they might just keep on picking up ammo or health and just do a hell run into Lower Norfair. That's another possibility.
It is a possibility, but not one we are likely going to see tonight.
And I would never recommend that.
Because due to the logic of this tournament, there's no suit you could find down there.
But you can't find our awesome majors. For instance, you can find speed and or ice over at GT. Something runners probably would never want to have to see. And we got an actual major for once. Nah.
It is, and it's a cool one. I love Grapple Beam. It is so helpful in so many situations.
Definitely. It also makes it easier to kill Dragon.
True.
What else is it good for? It's definitely good in Lower Norfair.
Oh yes. Just the farming aspect about it, it's just brilliant.
And it also works well against Croc. And oh look, another major. We got high jump boots. Got those Michael Jordans on their feet. Gonna be jumping up pretty high.
Yeah, that's one half they need to go into Lower Norfair with just the Warrior suit. The second half, of course, being Warrior suit. But we find Ice Beam down there. And one item checks a whole bunch of things off the list they need to have. They have now access to Bot Wound. Of course, they need gravity for that. And they would need a whole lot less of ammo for the Mother Brain fight. Because ice is also very helpful for the zap skip. And it makes Turian a lot faster. Apart from that, it doesn't have too many uses, in my opinion. It even the downsides in normal gameplay even outweigh the upsides, which is why I most of the time turned it off.
Yeah, if you just have solo Ice Beam, there's no reason to keep it on because it's just going to slow you up. We saw Strotlog. He's entering the Wave Gate room. This room is not in Logic without Wave Beam, but runners have found a way to glitch the gate by careful placement of your body in the door, and then jumping and shooting a super, which we'll see. I see Di10Kong doing as well. Nothing special there, sadly.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, I don't. Oh, they were super, so I guess it's not that bad.
You always collect supers because you can never rely on getting Charge Beam, especially in a full rando.
And especially in SMRAT 2021. Last year, you could have potentially considered Russian Charge Beam because most of the time it was down at Ridley, but this year, Charge Beam has not been too friendly in its location.
Charge Beam just doesn't exist in my mind until it does. We see Strotlog on the play here. He's thinking about it, but then he realizes he lacks the power bombs to do a retro Brinstar play.
But he does have enough power bombs to check the first item.
That's right. But maybe he pulled out of it because of the hoppers that bear his name.
Yeah, but he also does have a decent amount of health. Looks like he is planning on going back up. Maybe he was.
Do it. There are very safe strats through this room.
I think maybe he was considering just going straight through regardless, but instead maybe he just went down, did Green Hills, and finding power bombs, as opposed to Di10Kong, who went Green Hill Zone and just left.
Yeah, let's see what he finds. It's a pack of missiles. Ah, that's a shame.
It is a
Nothing
shame.
more available to him unless he wants to go up the shaft and go into wrecked ship, in which case he would orphan the Billy Mays check, so he nopes out of it.
Our boy Di10Kong is heading downward. Downward is in Logic, as well as over here in X-Ray. X-Ray's in Logic. Bound Red Tower's in Logic.
This is a bit of a Monka-esque play. He can take exactly one dive into the spikes.
Oh yeah. This room is a painful room to be in.
That dive was fine because he had iframes from the Fire Flea. So he still won. In my opinion, grapple is safer than just space jump.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
have charge,
because-
of course not.
Oh yeah, I forgot Space Jump is a horrible item.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that with me around. Space jumps are just the best. It makes every horizontal room in this game faster. Fight B.
True, that's when it actually works. I didn't see what was at X-Ray, but I know it wasn't a major, yet Di10Kong still picked it up. And now it's slowing him down a bit because now he had to get to the little wall. Strotlog also went down, but decided to opt out of X-Ray room. Remember, the spikes here do 60 units of damage. Strotlog has 59, so one hit is a KO. Just missiles.
Gets through. Should be fine health-wise. There's nothing too bad coming up.
Yeah, there isn't really much left for these runners, for any of the runners to check in logic. They're so as I said, the bottom red tower's in logic. That's put in logic with the ice beam, and the high jump. And with high jump, we got created in logic over here. So that's 3 items to check, 3 items at high jump to check, 3 up at red tower to check, 1 at underneath old murder brain, and then 3 more over toward red ship.
Do you remember where was Grapple Beam?
Grapple Beam was the first. That was in Mission Impossible. So all majors are currently in logic for our runners.
And so far, Pink Bryn turned out to be having quite few good items, like high jump boots, grapple, and ice beam all there.
But
so both runners know that the other runner is most likely also having those items.
Yeah, unless they decide to do something crazy like Brinstar skip.
You never actually expect that, do you?
Nope. I think I've only seen one runner pull off the Brinstar skip and actually win. They basically went up. They went toward Red Tower, and it went down Red Tower and completely skipped Brinstar, and they won it. They won it overall. I forgot who it was.
Strotlog makes a short fight of the crate fight, doesn't take crate to prom.
But it does decide to pick up some power bombs, even though 15 power bombs is more than enough, especially with Ice Beam.
Especially with Ice Beam, you'd only need about 10. You can do with 5 if you really have to.
Actually, you can't really do it with 5 because in order to escape Lord Norfair, you need to have six power bombs. Of course, that's mitigated with other possible items they find along the way, but if you don't find those items, you need at least 6 power bombs.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct. And you are correct in they haven't found any of those items yet.
True.
That would be helpful then.
Strotlog is a master of Crystal Flash flipping. I think he's a master. I'm just saying that. I know he knows how to do it. So
you can just say the seed because we won't see it happening. I agree. He's the best at that.
He is the best at it. But we so him knowing Crystal Flash, that might be why he's picking up the extra power bombs. Maybe planning on doing suitless Crystal Flash into. Actually, he doesn't even need to do that because he has Ice Beam. What am I even talking about?
I don't know. Doesn't matter because some runners always try to count in everything, and if he thinks the long game, he might be thinking a lower Norfair with this very bad set of items like no plasma, no screw attack. Then you might want the extra power bombs for a Crystal Flash here and there.
Oh, I think we got our first trash can. Look at that trash can. Everyone get your trash cans into the chat. Spam those trash cans.
Collect them all.
Gotta get them all. They're basically like Pokemon.
And if you get all four of them, my tracker turns the number into a green number.
Nice.
I'm sure nobody has ever seen that.
I might have seen it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, the Nealon also has the reserves, but that's too many. There's only one so far. Can't get preempted there, Nealon.
Yeah, and Strotlog even skipping the one that was available to him. got through the high jump area. It's usually a very good play. There tend to be a lot of good items down there. If we compare our two runners now, they are pretty close. It's just a bit of a difference. Strotlog ahead, maybe like 30 seconds.
Di10Kong might catch up if Strotlog decides to go to X-ray.
That's right, he skipped it.
And we might have missed it, but Spazer was at the practice game.
I didn't miss it. Spazer, great item.
Best item in the game. It shoots 3 beams.
It shoots 3 beams. But unironically, Spazer is a great item. It's once you find charge beam, then it's actually usable, even if you only have Spazer. It's double damage, baby.
Yeah, and not to mention, you can actually check waterway with it. Or am I thinking of something else?
You're thinking of something else. That's a dash randomizer.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I guess not as awesome as I thought it'd be. But
none of those shenanigans in these scenes. And as you predicted, Strotlog going for the X-ray check now. Oh, the very good amount of help for this.
The suits are hiding on SR388. That's where I think the suits are. Where do you think the suits are, Beamer?
There's always something good at Gauntlet, so I'm going with Gauntlet. It's my favorite play in the game.
You know, it could be funny if Speed Booster's all the way over at Spooky Missiles, and there's a suit down at Bold Mountain.
Oh, so funny, haha. Yeah, but I agree, it would be funny from my perspective.
That was actually a play that I was considering last night because I should have done that last night. I can't believe I didn't think about doing that. I was going to Hell Run into Bold Mountain to see if Barrio was there.
Oh, I saw somebody do this and get away with it. That was unbelievable.
Might have been Kath. Kath has been she's in the tournament as well. She's been known to make that Hell Run to Bold Mountain. She believes in that Bold Mountain check.
It was some really good runner. Come on, chat, help me out here. Who was that?
Was it an SMRAT or some other tournament?
It was SMRAT, yeah. And the runner went for the Bubble Mountain check Hell Run. And there was a barrier chilling there.
I should know this because I pretty much watch all the races. Let's see. So Strotlog's still in the lead, climbing Red Tower, but Di10Kong did close the gap just a bit because Strotlog went to X-ray.
Just one room ahead now.
One room. I don't know what is the name of this room. I call it the Bob Plume room.
Which one? From top of Red Tower, first room, you mean?
Yeah.
It's called. It has a name. I don't know.
I'm sure
missiles.
I'm sure Slow Drive would know. I always made fun of him because he's kind of notorious for hitting the Bob Plumes there. Looks like nothing is special in the Alpha PB room.
2 packs of missiles. You hate to see it.
True. So some runners might have a stopping point for missiles. Mine is usually around 20 to 30.
I take up to 35, but I sometimes also stop way lower.
So Di10Kong still has the ice beam equipped. I don't know if Strotlog still has it equipped. Oh, look!
Second tank, there it is.
Pick it up.
Skips again.
Well, we are run low on locations. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 locations left for Watchful Item Feed.
Tell us which those are. You are very good at these logical thinking things.
We have Old Mother Brain, which could potentially have Arisu. I'd never seen it there before. Moat. You can get across the moat with the grapple beam. So after moat is West Ocean, and finally Spooky Mist. Low chance that Gauntlet would be in play because Gauntlet still needs both Screw Attack and Up Logic.
None of those.
So that would require 2 items to get to Gauntlet, which very slim. The SI PB could be in Logic with some sort of Up Logic item.
We need 1 item for Billy Mays. It's either Gravity Suit or Spin Jump. And then, of course, we have to remember that most runners don't tend to follow those logical chains strictly, but tend to go where the items are.
Okay, down to 2 locations: Spooky Missiles or Old Mother Brain. Chat, where do you think the logical item will be? 50-50 chance.
I want to see Speed Booster.
Oh yeah, let's go Speed Booster.
I'm a horrible person. I want to see them find Speed Booster.
E-Tank at the maze. Nothing special at the maze. Charge Beam was there last night. I definitely want to see Gravity Suit. I really hope Gravity Suit shows up. I don't want to see any Varia Suit.
Like, at all?
Maybe later, but I want to see
Okay.
Gravity Suit first.
Yeah, I've started to prefer those seats myself for some reason. It gives you more possibilities, and that gives you more ways to make a play. You would probably, in your match against Slotters, absolutely love to see a very early Gravity Suit, I bet.
Oh, that was the first suit I found. It didn't really help me out. Oh,
Oh, no.
we got some spooky supers.
Yeah, they are very good on ammo at this point. They are very close to having the necessary ammo to finish the game.
So hopefully, with that check, now our runners know where their logical item will be. I don't know much about Di10Kong, but I'm sure strotlog is one of those people that crunch that information in his head.
Okay, so you are saying he will definitely go Old Mother Brain after this. Whatever he chooses to do, skip reg chip top or do reg chip top.
Oh, and Vero posted a message down in chat for you, Beamer.
Oh, okay.
In the Twitch chat, that is. Oh, Beamer's reading that. Both runners are going against Space Elephant. Space Elephant is.
I see how it is.
So we got Space Elephant, which is also known as Fantoon. Fantoon is probably one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. Many runs usually like to die here.
Yep.
And
Easily.
and
he is so scary with just power suit.
Yeah, that too. You take a lot of damage just being suitless here. But a runner seems to be just using missiles instead of all those super missiles. Is there any reason for that, Beamer?
Yeah, you want to have the missiles to beat the game, which means you have to kill Mother Brain. To kill her, you would need 60 super missiles, but of course you will need some ammo in the first Mother Brain phase, which will take you either 36 missiles or some amount combining missiles and super missiles. Then you want to count in the doors you'll have to open on the way getting there, which should leave the runners usually with about an ammo count of 30-70. This is where most runners will be fine with the ammo. Some runners will pick up a bit more, but not much more with Ice Beam.
Strotlog took down Space Elephant, and I think Di10Kong just has one more round left to take down Space Elephant as well. Strotlog will be checking right side supers, followed by left side supers, always a more optimal play. And we just have a super missile pack.
Still welcome. This gonna change very soon. They want to find the major items now. This is very late and very few major items at this point.
So don't forget, there is going to be a major item at Old Mother Brain. It could possibly be a suit. It could be Speed Booster, which will open up a landside PB, climb, and Bone Mountain. It could be Space Jump or some sort of up logic. Space Jump will get you to Billy Maze, and up logic will get you to landside PB.
I think your prediction is coming true right now. Strotlog completely noping out of the rest of Wreck Ship, and I'm sure he will go straight down to Old Mother Brain to check that major item.
Now keep in mind this could still be a bad play because a suit would most likely put Fantoon into logic.
That's the bad thing. Even if you know there is a major item that will give you some access somewhere, it's maybe not the item you want. The example speed being, it will help you, but it won't help you as much as a suit would, because you know you will have to use the speed booster in order to find the suit, you will need to progress in some of the very remote locations, which always sucks for the players.
Strotlog taking a save. Looks like Di10Kong's going to be taking the red ship E-Tank save.
Oh, and then decides
oh.
otherwise.
No, that's actually interesting strats by Di10Kong.
Oh, okay. You think he will go to Old Mother Brain, and if there is not the item he wants, he will load back into wrecked ship.
Yep, that's a possibility.
Okay.
So whatever it is that Old Mother Brain is definitely is going to be useful for both runners. Oh, what where are you going, Strotlog? You went a little bit too far.
There it is.
Varia suit. No, worst time in the game. What did you do, Inferior? Why? Why would you do this twice in a row? That's it. Invarial's no longer allowed to generate my seeds.
The runners for sure happier to see this suit instead of Gravity Suit. They will now have a clear path of things they will have to do next, which is go down to Norfair and even go further down to Lower Norfair and complete everything that is down there.
And keep in mind, Red Ship is still in Logic. Wow, I'm just looking at Di10Kong. That was just amazing. Di10Kong pulled off a triple wall jump up the gauntlet with high jump.
Did he not turn them off? That's what I was gonna ask, right? That's amazing.
With
you
high
only need
jump.
one to be successful. He does 3.
It's one of the hardest tricks to do with in the game. Very hard to pull off with high jump, and Di10Kong did it first try with 3 wall jumps. That is 3. Strotlog is check-in. Old Billy Mays. Old Billy Mays is a place to be. And it just has supers at the back of the gauntlet, or in the front of the gauntlet.
Back has been checked. Don't remember what it was.
The back of the gauntlet just had consumables. Why couldn't the runners have drawn there first? Why? Look what we found at Billy Mays. Strotlog pulling off that gravity suit. If only he had enough power bombs in order to do old Blue Brinstar earlier. This makes me sad. Very sad. Still there, Beamer?
I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry. It's a habit, the wrong push to talk button. I'm still here. I was saying while pressing the wrong button, Strotlog is ahead now, although he probably feels behind finding those suits there. What he doesn't know is he's ahead, but he's not that much ahead. I'm pretty sure Di10Kong will do the exact same skips in the same order.
Well, you gotta remember, they both had the same amount of power bombs going into this area. Maybe someone decided to go back to do Gauntlet at the start, but they probably would have had the same amount of power bombs coming down here, meaning they wouldn't have been able to do that Billy Mays check. That's a possibility, something to think about. And then you also have to think about, did a runner decide to go up Red Tower and go Red Ship first? You also have to think about, did the runner full clear Red Ship? Maybe they full cleared it.
They probably feel very good about the decision to skip Wrecked Ship right now.
Interesting fact, you mentioned this earlier. Oh, this is bad for Di10Kong.
No, he will go back. I'm 100% sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot I checked. He didn't check. No, no, Di10Kong,
Did he,
no.
please?
But as I was
Did he know?
As I was trying to mention earlier, you mentioned this earlier. There's only 2 items that are put Billy Mays into Logic, and that is Space Jump or Gravity Suit. Meaning, there's typically a low chance for one of those items to be there.
That's right. And yet, there was one. Zero, what does this tell us about where we can find Space Jump? Go.
Space Jump cannot be in Lower Norfair for sure because you can't get to Lower Norfair without Space Jump.
It can never be
course.
there.
Can never be there.
That's right.
And because it was locked by since gravity suit was locked by Space Jump cannot be in Meridia. We
Or,
saw
for example, Waterway, right?
or Waterway. And we saw Strotlog. Strotlog was made his way through Cathedral, did the Phoenix check. Didn't really like what he saw, but it's go mode for Strotlog and Di10Kong. I feel sorry for the guy.
Yeah. This is now all Strotlog's game. Which is good for us, because we will get a third game.
Zeb does make a good point that it was sort of I think it was sort of reasonable play. I consider it to be a bad play. Versus Strutlog and most runners, I think it's a decent play to make. If you're racing someone like as good as Zeb or Sloters, it's definitely something you might want to skip out on.
Oh, absolutely. But then again, there are bigger locations that will save you more time against players like that. So I don't know. I agree with you. I'm also not sure this was a good play.
How much time?
He knows that one of the item that he wants, which was the gravity suit in this case, was one of the items you need to have to get access to this area. So this probably made the decision for him. Instead of going where the items were, he followed the logic.
I'm kind of curious. How much time do you think it takes to go from the elevator all the way up to Billy Mays and then back to the elevator?
Which elevator?
The Blue Brinstar elevator. Like, you're starting from the very bottom of it. How much time do you think?
90 seconds?
90 seconds, get over there. Power bomb in, power bomb out. So 90 seconds. Could be a
wild
big
guess.
time sink. It could be a big time sink for runners. So Di10Kong might eventually just check everywhere, including the red ship, before heading back to Billy Mays.
Di10Kong making good use of his Ice Beam. It can be useful.
And Ice Beam does put this this Bell Mountain item into logic, along with the Grapple Beam. High Jump does not.
High Jump does not, yeah.
High Jump does not.
High Jump makes the jump fairly easy, but it does not put it into logic.
We saw on the left, Strotlog is going through Worst Room in Game 1.
Oh!
Made it there, and he's made it through Worst Room in Game 2. And what happened on the other side?
Di10Kong finds 2/3 of microwave. The starter kit, yeah. Only charge beam missing.
And as we all know, charge beam could be anywhere. Charge beam could probably even be at Waterway.
Literally anywhere.
One thing to know about Strutlog and probably Di10Kong is this lower Norfair is quite, well, actually not for Di10Kong, but for Strutlog. This lower Norfair can be quite dangerous without Screw Attack or Plasma.
Oh yeah. And now he will be happy about those power bombs, I'm sure. I see him doing a Crystal Flash on the way out, maybe.
Yeah, Worst Room in the game can eat up a lot of power bombs. Amphitheater can also eat up a lot of health, possibly. The Key Hunters going up or down can also eat up a lot of health. And of course, Ridley's going to eat up at least 30 super missiles.
Yep.
And those Key Hunters take a lot of super missiles to kill, so things to think about. Both
Key Hunters take so many super missiles to kill. I don't think I ever really went for it, except for trying out how many super missiles they take. I don't know.
I know, it's like, why Key Hunters? Why do you have to be those dudes? It's because they're flying grasshoppers, right?
It's right, and they are unkillable unless you have Screw or Plasma Beam.
Well, you could kill them with shooting them with lesser weapons, but it probably takes about 300 shots.
Yeah, funny thing is, Wave alone doesn't do any damage, or Wave and Ice, but Spazer does damage, so 0.1 for the Spazer.
Strotlog taking on third boss, Space Pelican Ridley. Space Pelican Ridley takes 30 supers a kill, or 180 missiles. Chainstar supers are going to be the way to go.
Yep, looking very good.
Ridley has been known to be a fan of Podolin. He is the world champion of Podolin 3 times in a row here on Zebes, trying to go for a 4-time title.
I don't really see the competition. I mean, he's the master.
He is a master, but Samus is quite jealous of Ridley. Very
Who
jealous
is?
of Ridley. Samus is quite jealous of Ridley's Podolin skills, and that's
I
why
see how it is.
she just calls him to explode.
Oh, it's personal. Even more personal than with the baby.
Now, the baby didn't really mean too much for Samus.
I see.
If it did, she would never abandon it to the scientists at Ceres.
Yeah. What do you expect they're gonna do with it, right?
I know. Seriously, Samus, you should know better than this.
Probably working for some giant corporation that specializes in exploiting alien entities.
Reen, we don't care about that.
I'm sorry. I don't want to anger anybody, but I'm really sorry. I'm not very invested in Metroid lore. So I will just stop.
What about the Federation Force?
The what now?
The Federation Force.
Like from Star Trek?
No, there's this like military force in the Super Metroid universe called the Federation Force.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
I think actually one of their troops is the dead guy right outside Kraid's raid room.
The what? The crate room? The dead guy?
Yeah,
Oh, right, there's a dead guy.
Yeah, you never noticed that before?
I did, but my mind blocked it out completely as unimportant.
Yeah, so I think that dude is actually in the Federation Force.
No way.
Sadly, rest in peace,
What's his name?
Bob.
Rip Bob. You will be remembered until the planet exploded.
Strotlog is Justin Bailey. Justin Bailey sounds good to me. Strotlog is making his way out of Lower Norfair, doing quite well with both ammo situation and health.
He got through that exceptionally well.
And Di10Kong is going to be doing a Lower Norfair with just Vari's suit. And it's going to be quite dangerous because a lot of things do significant damage down here if you don't have the extra protection from Gravity Suit.
That's right, he has to be really careful. He has Plasma Beam going for him, which will be very helpful very soon. He has to take care of those pirates by means of probably missiles. He might opt for power bombs, but there the missiles go.
Fun fact, these pirates are actually weak to Redder missiles. A lot of people don't know that, and then they just start spamming their super missiles against them.
How are they weak to missiles? They take 9 missiles, I counted, and that's the exact same amount of damage like as 3 super missiles.
But at this point in the game, Redder missiles are pretty useless for runners, and super missiles are very useful. So last thing you want to do is have to farm up super missiles later on.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but you have to take... you have to keep a couple of them, just in case. Like 10. Always keep 10.
I like to keep at least one, because when you have one...
One is even more important. Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah, because we were mentioning about the menuing earlier today. Di10Kong taking a safety save here. Strotlog is passing through the Phoenix Down room. And
Got through the Key Hunters, is still alive, which is something.
And both runners are both drone mode for ammo situation. Strotlog has a bit less, but he can still pull it off. Di10Kong has more than enough ammo for Mother Brain. but we might be seeing Di10Kong pull off some heals down here.
Next stop for strotlog will be Meridia. And he doesn't have a very good item set for anything, actually. The major items in this heat are very, very sparse. He has high jump boots, which is pretty much the only item that will really help him down there. We'll go for a couple of gravity jumps in there now.
I feel sorry for Reem. All Reem wanted to
Oh,
do
yeah.
all he wanted to do this afternoon was just track things, and look at that. Nothing. There's like nothing.
Oh man, Reem. Are you still there? Or have you fallen asleep or anything?
He fell asleep. Wake up, Reem. He was like, wake me up after the next boss is dead.
Yeah. Only one left for strotlog. This could be a very fast seed. Goes for the gravity jump. Avoids the thing and lands on the platform. Nicely done.
Ah.
Oh, he misses it. No!
Strotlog.
Why?
I like your technical term about calling that thing a thing.
Well, thank you.
Strotlog's going to be high jumping up to this ledge and then doing a wall jump to make it up to there. Not too tricky of a trick.
No, it gets trickier without high jump boots.
Sure. Yeah, what is Strotlog doing?
Strotlog forgot he has Ice Beam, I guess.
I think he's...
or he just wants energy.
No, he's setting up for a Crystal Flash, I believe.
Ooh.
Interesting play he's pulling off here. Is he don't do a Crystal Flash flip? I really
No, he's doing one right now just for the energy.
So Crystal Flash right there is a trick that I don't know, but
What?
yeah, but it consumes 10 missiles, 10 supers, 1+10 power bombs in order to fully heal up Samus. That'll fully heal up her energy tanks and reserves. It doesn't work if she has more than 50 or 60 health. One of those numbers.
More than 50. I think 50 flat is fine.
And it doesn't work if she has at least some health in reserve tank.
That's right. And then all you have to do is plant a power bomb and hold the buttons down, shoot, L and R, and that's it. You get full energy. I don't think all full energy. If you have all energy tanks and 4 reserves, it doesn't fill you up all reserves, something like that.
Di10Kong taking down Space Pelican as well. Reem, you got something to do? And that leaves one boss left for Di10Kong, maybe?
Oh my god, Tracker forgetting the bosses again.
Oh, Reem.
Oh boy. Nicely done.
So could we potentially see a suitless Meridia from Di10Kong? Is that a possibility, or is he missing stuff?
He's not missing stuff, but he's definitely missing the good stuff, because only Spring Ball makes suitless Meridia comfortable, in my opinion, where I am now, which is not very far. But he has everything he would need to finish the game, if he has the skills to do it.
Now I'm unsure did Strotlog save it all, because that was a very potentially a game-ending fight there against Space Snake Batwoon, because it takes 10 super missiles and Batwoon has the worst hitbox in existence.
That's true. The worst hitbox in the game in existence.
And if Strotlog were to have if he were to have ran out of ammo against Batwoon, then you have to reset and start over from wherever he last saved, which might have been up at Red Ship, or not, might have been at the landing site.
It's getting dicey for Di10Kong here.
Oh, he's got 90 health. Hopefully he picked up all those trash cans along the way.
I hope so too. He's got at least one.
Key Hunters will do at least 50 damage, probably even more because he doesn't have
100. 100 damage. Yes. So he will pop his reserve the second he touches one of those Key Hunters.
And luckily he does have the
plasma.
he has ice and plasma. I think ice does do double damage.
I'm not sure, but it's even without double damage, ice helps out tremendously.
And it's always a good idea to manually refill your health as opposed to letting that reserve tank pop off, because when it starts popping
There it
off,
goes. He can double hit now. But he got 2 reserves. Nice, and he needed them. On the nose.
Wow. And he didn't even
Wow.
take a save. That's another thing. Without a save, he has to hope on finding either more health or doing Crystal Flash.
Yeah, this is Crystal Flash Town right here. I'm
What
sure
is
he will
it?
damage down the heat in this room and then go to the next room and pull it off. Or he will do the Crystal Flash in here.
Good call. I didn't expect that. We got some precious supers up on Strotlog's side, and he's going to be taking on a space shrimp. How do you like your shrimp?
Obviously, I love it microwaved.
But
It's the fastest one.
I like the microwave, but there is no microwaves in this universe.
Yeah, you asked me for my opinion. Then, of course, in this situation, you will always go for the grapple kill. Try to get the quick grapple, but go for the long run if you don't get it. Still faster than an ammo kill.
Cheeseburger makes a good point. You should never microwave shrimp. Technically, you shouldn't really microwave anything. Microwaving is a horrible way to cook food, regardless.
Yeah, pasta maybe, but that's pretty much all you should do in the microwave.
Is it pasta?
Yeah, it works alright.
Okay. Interesting stretch with Strotlog against Dracon here. Strotlog does have Grapple Beam, which you can easily get it on Dragon, but up to now the Grapple Beam killed for super kills.
So he's in a pickle now. 148 health. Nah, he's fine. He got this.
Got it, and down goes Dragon. So killing Dragon, what happens to these 6 little baby Dragons?
They take Dragon away to a place far away, but since it's on the same planet, so they eventually all die. Unless, who was it with the Metroid lore right here?
Where's our Metroid Lord, people? Does anything survive this planet? Anything that fire fleas? Probably not. Let's see what's at Red Key Hunter room. Just more power bombs. Di10Kong thinking about picking them up. I don't know, Reem. Maybe next race you'll have more things to do. Keep in mind, right now, Di10Kong leads the series 1-0. So with the way things are going, Strotlog will even it up, pushing for match number 3, which will happen right after this.
The real question at this point is, will find Di10Kong his gravity suit before Strotlog finishes the game?
True.
And only Strotlog can beat Strotlog at this point. Good luck, dude. Let's see the third game.
And right now, nothing's really pushing Di10Kong to back to Billy Mays because he doesn't have space jump.
Space jump at Croc. Let's go.
And Di10Kong farming up?
Looks like it.
Maybe? Farming up power bombs?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Chad, what do you think? What is Di10Kong trying to farm up here?
He obviously wants to be on full power bombs.
Maybe preparing for a Crystal Flash flip, but he does have Ice Beam, so that doesn't really matter. Let's see.
Yeah, when Strotlog farmed for this, it made sense because he only wanted to do it for the health. But this farm looks more like some ammo overkill to do the clip, you're right.
And it looks like, I don't know, maybe Di10Kong just wanted to heal up? That's another possibility. and it's more efficient to heal up either here or right before Frog Speedway.
Yeah. I'm not sure what we're going to see from Diddy right now. Strotlog, on the other hand, I am sure he's going out of Meridia, now going through Criteria next, refilling at the ship, and then he will go down to Mother Brain and finish the game.
Di10Kong could be farming up supers for possible Dragon and Botwound.
Nah, he would go for the grapple kill, I'm sure, in Suitless Meridia.
True. Well, anyway, he's fully healed up, ready to go. Still needs a lot of supers, but probably find those back at the ship. Strotlog is making his way up to the ship. Only found the one beam. Both runners found the same amount of majors, basically.
Yeah. That's one gravity suit more for Strotlog and one plasma beam more for Diddy.
By the way, if we haven't said so already, don't forget to follow both Strotlog and Di10Kong. They're doing this just for you. Doing it for the fun, for the lulz, for all the excitement. So give them a follow. They are both awesome dudes. Also follow Invarial. If it weren't for him, this would never happen. Follow Reem. He did the best he could at tracking.
Yeah. Didn't fall asleep at all. That's
Didn't
very
fall
good.
asleep. Follow OK Beamer. He is the best Super Metroid runner in existence.
Yes, I agree. What did you say?
One more run. That's what I said. One more run, man.
That's what you always say. You never have enough run.
There's never enough. There's never enough runs in Super Metroid. And Di10Kong's in the tube.
He's doing it. We're gonna see a suitless Meridia. I guess that answers the question if we see Strotlog finish first or did he find gravity, because he will not find gravity.
Yep, very some chance to find gravity here. Killing all the enemies. I don't know if he really meant to do that.
Nope, he didn't. It's fine if you have Spring Ball, then you can go for the backup, but he needs those now.
And
another reason, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is another reason why Spacer is a great item, because this would be really helpful right now.
Strotlog making his way through Torian, hitting down Metroid Room 1, going to Metroid Room 2. Eventually he'll be in Metroid Room 3, he's getting grabbed by the Metroids. Metroids are either weak to Ice Plus missiles or Power Bombs. Power Bombs being the slowest method to kill these things.
Yeah, what you're gonna do? Collects the novelty heads, I think Invarial coined the term.
Would you ever wear a Metroid on your head?
This is highly unlikely.
How would you feel if Metroids actually existed in the world?
I have no answer to that. I'm sorry. Scared?
Imagine if you're like...
That would suck.
Imagine if you were just walking around one day and this giant flying jellyfish chase after you, trying to latch onto your head. How would you feel about that?
Not good. I mean, this implies so much. Where does it come from? What does it want? What is it? Is it from outer space? Oh my god. What is it?
Yeah, the baby. Taking down Strotlog down to 1 unit of health. Strotlog better be careful here. Should have picked up those reserves.
Gravity was at Billy Mays.
And Di10Kong making his way up on Main Street with just ice and high jump.
He needs the crab, he gets the crab.
Oh, what was that?
It's a charge beam.
It's a charge beam!
Ah, he gets to the platform. Alright, he's good, he's good.
Does he go for? Does he grab the charge beam though?
I don't know. I have to confess, I don't know if you can. Somebody in chat help me out. Can you get the item suitless? I'm pretty sure you can with like standing up and morphing all the time.
Slow guy being the master of distance in the world of Zelda says that the suits were exactly 100 feet apart.
There he goes.
And Di10Kong is going in to get that charge beam, taking a lot of damage from Crab Dude.
Yeah, again, without gravity suit, this hurts.
And strotlog getting the Zeb skip right away. And moving over to Mother Brain. Mother Brain takes 6 projectiles to open up her glass. So best use is just render missiles. And then 3,000 damage plus 12 missile attacks. So best thing to do is to shoot her with 3 missiles plus 9 supers.
Yeah, he has good leeway on his ammo. He has 2 super missiles more than he needs, plus the 15 of those missiles will help him.
And every 3 missiles equals a super, so 15
right.
divided by 3 equals 5. Math?
Yeah. That's, you could sum it up as 7 supers of leeway. Should be fine here. Hits everything.
Are we on catch-up phase, which occurs when Mother Brain has 15 supers of health left?
Crab trolling Di10Kong. Guess the jump now. Has to grapple up now.
Don't forget, everyone, with the way things are going, this match will be moving on to match number 3, which will be happening in roughly 23 minutes from now. So don't go anywhere. Get some more popcorn. Keep your noms on.
I think it's so cool Diddy is showing us Suitless Meridia. You rarely get to see those in SMRAT seats.
Both runners doing quite awesome. Di10Kong showing us some elite skills on his side with his lower North Fair navigation as well as Meridian navigation. And Strotlog just got slightly lucky on finding that gravity suit.
Yeah, well, it's how these work. Sometimes you just get lucky. But I think Strotlog more got lucky in the sense that Diddy didn't go there, not that he found it there.
So do you think this race would have been closer had Di10Kong went to find that gravity suit?
Absolutely. I think there would have been more plays that could have been made, like does anybody opt to check Bubble Mountain? But if I remember correctly, Diddy also was at very good ammo at this point and had high jump boots and ice beam and no reason to check anything more to just finish the game. And I'm sure they would have been within a minute or something in the end. It's a shame, but at least we get a third game.
Yep. Short locking Mother Brain number 3. And Di10Kong trying to use a grapple trick in order to climb this aqueduct room. And it seems like he's just opting to use the snails and...
Oh, I've never done that. I hope it works.
Don't know what he's doing.
Oh, this is cool. I've never even seen that.
Is this even allowed?
It's inbound, so it's allowed. I just say like I know anything about anything.
I've never seen that before. Phoenix Down has never seen that before. So if Phoenix Down has never seen that before, then it's never happened. This is the first time ever, I guess.
That's the Diddy climb now.
I wonder if that snail climb would work in Super Metroid Impossible.
Oh, I've never played that. It's impossible.
Oh, well, that's something that you get to do next time you stream then.
No. I just want to play Rando Seeds. Strotlog about to finish. We'll have to do the long way up, another climb on the climb. So today the climb was a climb because you did more climbs than falls. It's a net climb.
Do you like the song The Climb?
What?
Do you
There's
like
a song?
this song? There is a song The Climb.
I don't know about that. Is that like popular culture? I'm an old man, I don't know.
It's by Hannah Montana.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. I know
Maybe
who
we should.
Hannah Montana is.
You don't know who Hannah Montana is?
I do know who Hannah Montana is. It's the artist formerly known as now known as Miley Cyrus. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Strotlog.
stuff. I know stuff.
Strotlog going to save the animals. Saving the animals could be potentially game ending, but
I highly disagree with this play. It's disgusting.
I should never save anything from this
No.
planet.
No.
This planet's absolutely horrible.
Can you imagine living on this? I live on Zebes or Zeeps, I'm not sure. I mean, blow that thing up. And Strotlog about to do that.
Finishing in first place with 1
Nice.
hour, 3 minutes, and 38 seconds. That puts Strotlog in an even draw against Di10Kong 1-1. Moving on to match number 3. Following
I
this
love it.
match.
GG Strotlog.
Unsure if we'll get any interviews with them because they have a match coming up shortly after this. Probably want to take a quick break to recharge. I think we're going to need someone else to generate the seed for the next race so that Reem actually has something to do, so there's actually more majors.
Let's find out where everything was.
Yep, where was everything? You know where a couple stuff was, but not everything.
Okay, tell me, where was a couple of stuff? Or do you mean the things we found, including Spacer?
So we know Space Jump is going to put that gravity suit into logic. So where do you think Space Jump ended up being?
I'm gonna bet on Croc here.
Croc. So in order for it to be a Croc, then Wave Beam or Speed has to be in logic.
Where do we find that? Also at Croc. I don't know, man. Don't ask me these questions. I just go for it.
I will ask you all the hard questions.
No! Will there be a test?
There will be a test. How many feet is it to get to Billy Mays?
Feet?
Yes, feet. Actual feet.
Okay, so Samus, let's say Samus is 2 meters high, or I don't know what's that in barley grain or whatever measure it is you're using.
What's a meter?
A meter is a meter is a meter. You know, you just have to look up what a feet is in meter, because a feet is defined in meters anyway, so that's fine.
Awesome. Well, the correct answer was 100 according to Slow Guy.
Thanks, Logan.
100
Always
feet.
there.
Di10Kong making it through. Someone told me this room was earlier, but made it through this room nice and well. Looks like he might be set up for a save. Or heals. Or save plus heals. No, we're down to see where all the items were.
But how many pixels is it?
True, how many pixels? Let's see.
It must be a lot. I'm sure it is a lot.
Weight beam at gravity suit. Speed booster. Missile redshift top. Screws at ice beam. Space jump at reserve tank wreck ship.
Got it wrong.
Wow, so you did need speed booster.
That's right.
Good. Spring ball is in like the worst possible location for anyone to find. Back shift. Imagine if they stayed in the shift.
Yeah, but with the knowledge of the major item where it was at Old Mother Brain, I think it was a good play, skipping it.
So Strotlog, did you know that Old Mother Brain was your last location as you were leaving Wreck Ship? So Di10Kong's sent up for a Crystal Flash. It's gonna hurt him on. Oh wait, he does have charge. So he could use. He could use the. I'm using my hands again. He could do microwave against Dragon.
The Crystal Flash is something. Get a blue suit from Dragon, something like that.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what Di10Kong is up to.
Yes, Strotlog, that's exactly how we saw it. And that's why we also thought that skipping Rec Chip was a good play to make. In this case, going for the top of Rec Chip would have been also a good play, but it was good the way you did it.
So I don't really know too much about these advanced tricks against Trajan. But apparently Di10Kong is using, I'm just going to call it advanced tricks.
This looks like a grapple kill. If
Trying
he
for a
gets it.
grapple kill.
Nah, won't get it and will die.
And we have a forfeit from Di10Kong.
Yeah.
I agree that forfeiting is a bit of an annoyance. It does go on your permanent record. But that's it. So that is it for match number 2. We have an even draw, 1-1. And next match will be starting in roughly 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stay strapped in your seats. Maybe get some popcorn, get some noms going, and we shall be seeing you shortly. So, any final words from the amazing OK Beamer?
Yeah, hope to see you in the next race, which will be in a couple of minutes. Looking forward to it. Then we will see who advances to play. Who was it? Phoenix Down in the next round. See you then.
Yeah, Phoenix Down 23. You ready? I know I'm ready. As we always like to say, one more run. Right,
You're
Boomer?
getting it. Nice.
One more run. So until then, this has been 00713 with,
Okay, Beamer. Hey.
as well as Rima Torres, Invarial, Strutlog, and Di10Kong. And we shall be back momentarily.